Hello everyone. In this video, let me discuss about Z transform related problem number 7. Find the Z transform and ROC of x of n equal to cos omega naught n into u of n. In the previous video, we discussed related to sine term. No, so in this video, discuss about cos term. Write the solution. Then given data. X of n equal to cos omega naught n into u of n. Okay, write the formula. Z transform Z of x of n equal to x of z equal to summation n equal to minus infinity to infinity x of n into z power minus n. Then substitute x of n, that's given data. So x of z equal to summation n equal to minus infinity to infinity cos omega naught n into u of n. Okay. For the next line, replace this u of n. Okay. U of n only for apply the limit. Okay. Summation limit. So here write x of z equal to summation n equal to 0 to infinity. Y means we know for u of n, here the limit 1 for n greater than 0 and 0 for n less than 0. No, here see a lower limit 0 and upper limit formula limit. Take the formula limit. Okay. Cos omega naught n into z power minus n. Okay. The next line, substitute cos term. Okay. We know for the cos term, see here, for the cos theta equal to e power j theta plus, okay, e power minus j theta the whole divided by 2. No, likewise here, right, instead of theta here omega naught n. Okay, so write the next line, x of z equal to summation n equal to 0 to infinity and expand the term e power j omega naught n plus e power minus j omega naught n the whole divided by 2. Okay, into z power minus n. For the next line, take 1 by 2 is common outside, so 1 by 2 the whole bracket summation in between plus term. No, here having two terms. Okay, so summation common for both the term. N equal to 0 to infinity e power j omega naught n into z power minus. It's the first term. In between plus term, plus symbol. So here plus, and for the second term n equal to 0 to infinity e power minus j omega naught n into z power minus n. Okay, then close the bracket. For the next line, 1 by 2 bracket, we know the formula summation n equal to 0 to infinity a power n equal to 1 by 1 minus e. No, here also apply the formula 1 by the whole divided by 1 minus e power j omega naught into z power minus 1. Okay, next plus, likewise here also write 1 divided by 1 minus e power minus j omega naught into z power minus 1. Then close the bracket. Okay, next take LCM equal to 1 by 2 the whole bracket. Write the first term in the denominator. See, write 1 minus e power j omega naught into z power minus 1 the first term. Likewise for the second term, 1 minus e power minus j omega naught into z power minus 1. Okay, next multiply, cross multiplication. Here 1 minus e power, here minus term. So minus j omega naught into z power minus 1. Next second term, in between plus, no. So plus bracket 1 minus e power plus j omega naught into z power minus 1. Then close the bracket. Here also close the bracket. For the next term, ordinary simplification. So 1 by 2, open the bracket. Here the denominator term. See here, right? For the denominator term, 1 minus e power minus j omega naught into z power minus 1. And the next minus e power j omega naught into z power minus 1. Next plus again e power j omega naught into z power minus 1. And for the second term, e power minus j omega naught into z power minus 1. Okay. So denominator term over. Likewise for the numerator term, here 1 minus e power minus j omega naught into z power minus 1. Next plus 1 minus e power j omega naught into z power minus 1. Now for the next step, this 1 and this 1 will be 2. No. So 1 by 2 bracket. So 2 minus z power minus 1, take it as common outside. The remaining term e power j omega naught plus here. Plus e power minus j omega naught. Okay. Then close the bracket. Next for the denominator term, the whole divided by, for the denominator term, 1 minus, here in this term take z inverse as common. Okay, no. Okay, here. So z inverse common means z inverse common, open the bracket, in the denominator term, that's what is the values are received, e power j omega naught plus e power minus j omega naught. Okay, then close the bracket. Then here plus that is e power j theta. Okay, both are 0. Here see e power j theta, e power minus theta, that's e power j theta in e power minus j theta equal to e power 0 equal to 1. No, so the whole term to be 1. So write the remaining term z inverse and again z inverse. Okay, then close the bracket. For the next term, for the next line, see here e power j theta and e power minus j theta here. No, you have to convert this term into cos term. So here divided by 2 number 2 is missing. No, so you have to multiply, that's divide this 2 into numerator, this 2. Okay, for the next line, equal to 2 by 2 minus z inverse, the whole, here write the term e power j omega naught plus and e power minus j omega naught. Okay, the whole divided by the divided term. Okay, here. Okay, next close the bracket, then write the denominator term 1 minus z inverse. Here see, here for the denominator, here also e power j term and e power minus j term, here divided by 2, number 2 is missing. Okay, so write for our convenient e power j omega naught plus then write the second term e power minus j omega naught, the whole divided by, here number 2 is missing. No, so you have to divide 2 divided by 2. Next here also multiply 2, then only both are get cancelled and get the, that's we will receive the previous line. Okay, then plus z power minus 1 and z power minus 1 to be z power minus 2. Okay, next line write here the whole term, here cost term. Okay, here also write cost term. So for the next line, equal to this 1 and 2, 1 by 1, 2 by 2 get cancelled, then here also they both are get cancelled. No, so 1 minus z inverse cos omega naught, the whole divided by 1 minus here 2 z inverse cos omega naught plus z power minus 2. Okay, then here multiply, here x of z here. Okay, here multiply and divided by, multiply and divided by z power 2, because here the highest power is z power minus 2, that's not, that's to be converted to positive, that's z square. Okay, z square for the numerator and the denominator. Okay, numerator and denominator, x of z equal to numerator z square minus z square dot z power minus 1 cos omega naught, the whole divided by Here z square minus 2 into z inverse and z square cos omega naught plus z square into z power minus 2. Okay. Next, here z power 1. Here also z power 1. Here z square means z power 0. Z power 0, that's nothing. Z power 0, that's 1. Okay. Write the next line. X of z equal to z square and minus z cos omega naught the whole divided by z square minus 2z cos omega naught plus 1. Okay. For the next one, for the ROC. Okay. ROC based on this line. Okay. 1 minus the term. Here you see 1 minus the term. This is for ROC line. Here also 1 minus the term. Here. Not here. This line. Okay. ROC. So ROC, right? E power j omega naught into z inverse less than 1. So e power j omega naught divided by, so modulus z less than 1. So e power j omega naught the less than modulus z. That is nothing. Modulus z greater than e power j omega naught. This is for one type of ROC received. Likewise, write the second term, e power minus j omega naught z inverse less than 1. Right? Here write e power, that's e power minus j theta to be 1 by e power j theta. No, likewise here also write 1 divided by e power j naught theta, omega naught. Here omega naught the whole divided by modulus z less than 1. Okay. Next, 1 by e power j omega naught less than modulus z. So modulus z nothing, greater than 1 by e power j omega naught. Okay, just compare these two ROC. Compare it for the final conclusion. Modulus of z greater than e power j omega naught dot 1 by e power j omega naught. Right? Omega naught. Both are get cancelled. Right? So modulus of z greater than 1. This is for ROC. Okay. Next, draw the ROC plot. See here, this is for y-axis, this is for x-axis. Here x-axis real part of z and the y-axis imaginary part of z. Draw the circle and outer area part for z plane. Here z plane. See here, modulus of z greater than 1. Greater than means outer. Okay, outside or outer. Okay. Then shade the part. This is for outer area for the ROC of this problem. Okay. Here this to be 1. Okay. Next, this is for ROC. This is for Z plane. Then write the final answer. X of Z equal to Z by, write this term. Okay. Z square minus Z square minus Z cos omega naught the whole divided by Z square minus 2Z cos omega naught plus 2. Okay. And ROC modulus of Z greater than 1. That's all about this problem. This is the final steps. Okay. Here note down one important point. Here note, in case is a transform of a power n sin omega naught n into u of n means the same formula here a power n additionally multiplied. No. So here the answer the same, z square minus a z cos omega naught the whole divided by z square minus 2a z cos omega naught plus 2. Okay. Here the term additionally, here also additional, here also additional. Okay.